Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. So just about set now. Our starting pitcher in this one, Nick Pivetta. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. He'll elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead to count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's Shohei Ohtani. That one finds the zone. We're off and running in game 1. Squeeze through that.
No ball. 2 strikes. That's a ball.
Upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, look for something down in the zone, but not too far. You want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Here's Mookie Betts now.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Dave. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. Won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
Quarter for a strike, going away. And a strike in there. 1 out, base is empty. And grounds one to the right side. Tosses the first. Out. 2 away here in the top of the first. Here is Freddie Freeman. Ziggy's currently the team leader in runs batted in.
Ball inside.
1.
Ball
misses.
inside.
Now 2-0. Strike on the inside corner. 2 outs, base is empty. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Back here in San Diego, and towing the slab in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup here. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in the at-bat.
Leading things off and takes the strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2. Ball 1.
Misses. It's a ball.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Fights it off. We'll see another.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to really go with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just had a hard time catching up.
That's a check. Did he swing?
Swing. a look to third. Did not go. Swung on, back it. Hernandez hustling after it. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Fernando Tatis Jr. down the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Rip, but it throws foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here's game one of the NLCS.
Ball.
For next game.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. He's trying to speed him off. Stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Stays alive. And Eno is stifled for the catch. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Now that's back to right center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. They've got him doubled off. Game one of the National League Championship Series. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. Pavetta back to work.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
And a swing and a miss there. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. He's known for his bat, but this one swung on and hit well, way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Andy Pajas getting ready to hit.
Drive.
Second inning here, no score. That one in the dirt, and that's ball one. Swings and fouls one off. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. The batter now, Connie Edman. First offering is fouled off. Two outs. Foul ball there. Next pitch, not close, up high.
2-2.
Makes the move towards the gap. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that'll do it. Game one of the NLCS. Here's Machado.
You know, Booth, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. Nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
0-1.
Love how hopeful the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind.
1-2.
Conviction in the call.
Started out the 1-2 pitch, field to first, and that's a swing according to umpire Mike Philbrook. Luis Ariz stands in. All right, so you know him at door. Shohei Ohtani. Go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown
No ball.
with less than
1
100
strike.
pitches in a game since they started tracking the pitch count.
That's just unreal.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Edman in position. Balls it in for the out. Laureano comes up with it. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
He gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Gets down, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Waste no time there. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it. And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Did he swing?
Go. Laureano leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Check swing, and he went. Strike
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman.
Got him.
That
That's
takes
out.
care of Coney. And the inning is over. Back here at Petco Park. So now it's Dolan Arenado. Dolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. In there at the knees. Speaking of that defense, hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California.
0-2.
Not Chapman away, and we'll do it again. Gets a strikeout. It's Kike Hernandez.
So we're getting a postseason matchup with teams from the same division, and I think these matchups are great because both teams know each other really, really well. No secrets, no unknowns.
That
And
hit
that's
him.
how they get their first base runner of the game. And up next for Los Angeles, Wes-Sung Kim. Short for the quad and missed it. It's 0-1. Kim throws right, bats left. 26 years old, and he's a native of South
Ball.
Korea. That one almost hit him.
Ball. 2-1.
One fouled off, 2-2. And his first one away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Curveball struck him out. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Mookie digs in here. He's 0 for 1. Front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
1-1. Inside.
First and second, 2 down. Game 1 of the NLCS.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the push inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Ground ball left side. Down the line, and it's foul. That misses.
Full count.
The count's third. I've got the most incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS game 4 here in 22. Well, we'll hold that thought. That's the third out, and we'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the veteran shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. That one the other way, and out number 1 on the ground. So digging in now for San Diego, Freddie Freeman.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high five. You know, when you make big contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your
No
control.
ball. 1 strike.
Strike 2.
The baseball's coming out of his hand
No ball.
very well.
2 strikes.
He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to
1-2.
respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
2-2.
Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball.
Full count.
Did he go? No, he didn't. Ripped out of the left center field and a touchdown for a hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and whipped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
At the plate, Jackson Merrill. Looks the corner. Strike 1. Freddie, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Absolutely belted. Pulls it into the warning track.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. You did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And it's fouled off. But he went too far.
0-2. 1-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating
2-2.
based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position.
Out to short. Betts rolls across the diamond, and that's the inning. back. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Swing on a high fly ball out towards right field. Tatis makes the grab, one down. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Fly to left his first time.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in, just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken back. She dragged back to the dugout.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a hit. Around first, heading for 2.
He's in there.
Too late, but he's got a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feel. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could... It had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of the stick.
Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with 1 away and runners at first and second. 2 on, 1 out. Tommy Edman at the plate, trying to left his first time.
Right through there for a shot. Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the crowd. He's going to have to continue to finish off this hitter.
To right. Tatis drifts towards it. And there's 2 away. Here's Nolan Arenado. Struck out swinging his first time. And a swing and a miss.
Over 80% of his first pitches are
strike.
strikes. You're doing that. Have a really good day out there tonight.
Outside. 1-1. Move to second.
Too late. He's in there.
Now back to second. And he's back again.
Beat it up.
And that's disengagement number 2.
Ball.
The inside hole. 2-1.
Ball. 3-1.
No score. On and lifted in the air. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in San Diego, and now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. Big swing and miss.
You know, these Padres just lack the discipline at the plate in this ball. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing, high fly ball, left field, pretty well struck. Back there, makes the catch up against the wall. Here's Manny Machado now. His first at bat was a strikeout.
That's the ball.
Outside, 1-0.
Go back and play for the recognized slider out of the hand. Didn't stand the tall very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Fires across the
That's an
diamond.
out.
Machado is out. So now the DH spot, Luis Arias. Foul ball. Eddie Dean.
1-1. Ball
Inside.
two.
Now 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouls one off. 2-2. Through the swing, it's a strikeout. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. Here's Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield. Pivetta back to work. Check swing, called strike.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them. So they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Let's pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Cronenworth. Lead off hitter retired in the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Inside.
Just off the inside edge. That puts the corner. That was
2-1.
a sweeper, but it missed. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's out number 2. So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Ball 1 there.
No.
All tied up here in game 1 of the NLCS. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
The hitter
1
get his
strike.
arms extended. Tied him up a little bit. Slightly up, slightly in.
Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Fouled off 2-2. And that is that. Game 1 of the NLCS. Leading off, Ramon Laureano. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That's inside.
1-0.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out.
And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now here's Jake Cronenberg. He's over one. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Justin Steele.
And we all know about his slider. It's just built. One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high and splits a ton.
Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Breaking ball inside. Ball one. Finally thrown in a called strike.
Well, that's really the money spot down in the way. You can locate that consistently. It's going to be real tough for hitters to square that out. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Off the inside corner. And the count is
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3.
And a slider miss.
That's a really good take.
Rubby takes off. Base hit in the right center. Side goes up to third. Rubby's at the corners. Nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. It's a really nice approach to shoot that line right to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Check swing. He went too far.
No ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Off the inside edge.
1-1.
Now it's even 1-1.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ball off foul. Mariano, the runner at third. Iglesias at first with no outs. Digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in the spot.
Now a pitch out, and perhaps they were protecting against the squeeze. This to third. Arenado on to second. He's out of double play in and over. Back here at Petco Park, here's Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, of course, the MVP in 2018. Perhaps no player on either team embodies what successful postseason offense looks like than Mookie Betts. Whips it to first. He's out. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Freddie Freeman. 0-2 in this one. There's strike in the outside corner.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Bases empty, one away in the top half of the sixth.
Did he
Tried to
go?
hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. He did not go around.
No, that's a ball.
The outside part of the plate. Just misses with that.
Really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Good job to fight that one off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. Iglesias fires over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the sixth. The batter now will be Will Smith. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016.
So with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Fouled off left side. And
Ball.
now 1-2.
Ball.
On to O'Hearn. Out. And they get the out on Smith. And the Dodgers are set down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Straight back. A 16 southpaw. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Foul ball. Foul ball, he stays alive. That
Ball
one just
inside.
misses. And that one is lifted in the air. Edman going after it. He's got it. Well, there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. You saved extra bases for sure. The pitcher's his friend. He'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Tatis stands in here. Trying to look his swing there, but went around.
One more.
Close with that one, and the count is 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Ball 2.
Inside. Strong slider.
No.
Down to
should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the green-hole hitter coming off for a few strikes.
Tatis waits. Ground ball up the middle. And that chance handled. Sends it to first. And they take care of Tatis for the out. Here's the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. Out to short. Backs up with it. That ends the frame.
He's out.
We go to the top of the seventh. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajas. In for a strike.
Some hitters get more confident. They can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind their run.
Next off comes foul back. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
1-2.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spin on that.
Hey,
Down on strikes. Now one away. Here comes Tommy Edman. To the right side. And that one handled. Over to first.
That's an out.
2 up, 2 down. Who's going on and on it? That's in there. 4-1. Swings through that one out front there.
0-2.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Ball one.
Upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one's back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. Lifted in the air right center field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Michael Coca gets handed the rock out of the pen.
No ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Ball misses outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Sliders so far in this event to get ahead in the count. And it clearly shows there's a game plan in mind for how to attack it in the box.
That's a check. Did he go?
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now look for first, no swing. Digging in, Luis Arias.
No, inside.
That's ball one.
No, that's the ball.
It's a tough pitch, but
Two
in
balls,
terms of
no strike.
the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball is down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. He elevates, guys aren't touching it.
That's off from his foul back. One down, base is empty. That was a little bit high.
Full count.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Right side. Kick.
He's out.
And that quickly, 2 away. Here's Ramon Laureano. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
But only missed at 101.
No ball.
And it's
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. All set for the start of the inning. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. The strike, back to work.
There's
the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And he chases that one below the zone.
0-2. That's a check. What do you got?
Down to first. No, he held up. Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim.
Ball one.
Misses. Tied up here in the late stages of game one.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted blasted it through the infield.
And now Shohei Ohtani. Inside. 1-0. Okay, starter, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position. Don't swing. Shots don't be back there. With the throw-ahead run at first, game one of the NLCS. No chance miss. For a strike. As a hitter, you don't know what to expect doing the 3-2. I can't throw a breaking ball 3-1. Go do it again, 3-2. Runner on the go. And that ends the inning. Here in San Diego, now it's the second baseman, Jose Iglesias. Very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fouled off. Ball's too high. Front for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just bring it up out in front of the slider. Hey, you feel confident for his commitment. And he's just going to have to battle for 2 strikes.
And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. New pitcher for the Dodgers, number 80.
No ball, 2 strikes.
He's run up on strikes. Here's the catcher, Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Another ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself a kill.
Digging in, Jackson Merrill. Here's the strike.
0-1.
miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
1-2.
In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Two.
On the ground, out to short. That switches to first. That's the third out. Back here at Petco Park, we go to the ninth. Now, Mookie Betts. This is off the outside edge.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for. Wasn't able to elevate that one. But he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's hit like that.
Smith in the box now. Hit strike one. In the dirt, the cut close. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Swing and he wins.
One ball, two strikes.
Jansen punches him out. That's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Andy Pajas. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's under it. Brings it in. And that's the third out. So bottom of the ninth, now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Former infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. So they turn to their closer, Roki Sasaki. Ball. The inside corner. And that's ball one. Hit on the ground to the right side. Freeman takes it to the bag. One out, bottom of the ninth. And down the first first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch misses.
That's a ball.
Just missed off the outside edge.
2 outs to count.
And it's ball 3.
3 balls, no strike.
Looks like an intentional. Over 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground. Swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No ball, 1 strike.
One is outside. He gets the ball and strike. He's trying to get the chase on a slider down and away. Big swing and a miss.
Just missed.
2 balls,
He's able to
2
connect
strikes.
on that. Look out.
Nice stop. Here's one. Killing Danny. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a grounder. Pitch right there. It's 0-1.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it off. And right there, the hitter clearly picked good as it was.
Takes it himself. One away in the top half of the 10th. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That's a strike.
Well, this guy's got a great feel for his baseball now.
Ball. Ball 1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. And down, base is in. There's his third of the game. And now, DK Hernandez. And
Ball
first
1.
pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Oh, what a stop. It's scored. That's a great play. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here. Now it's the DH, Luis Arias. And that one's fouled off. A swing and a miss as he chases way out.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in. And there's one down. Ramon Laureano, the next up for the Padres.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
inside. Out towards right center field. Straw sizing this one up. Makes the grab for the second out. Will White, the next up for the Padres. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Slider just misses. Two down, nobody on. Here are the late stages of game one. Next offense is back. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
2-2.
One misses. It's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Ball 3. Full count.
Fouled off again. It remains 3-2. Strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So up next, Miles Straw, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Cease back to work.